the Sparkle Goddess here, and today I'm going to show you how to take super cheap materials and turn them into a super cool craft and hopefully have some fun along the way. So what I have here are 4 of these 15-cent ceramic tiles. So what I've already done is taped off the bottom here so we don't get any mess on the bottom. And I've sanded down 3 of these. I'm going to sand down 1 so I can show you how this works. I would prefer using a lower grit to really get that coating off of the ceramic so that it makes it easier for your designs to stick. This is 100 grit. And you're just gonna sand it down just a little bit. So once you do that, you wanna grab your alcohol and you want to get you a cotton ball, something like that. We're gonna clean these up. Just like so. These I'm doing for a family member of mine. I'm going to do these in her favorite sports team. We are from New Orleans and she is a Saints fan. So I'm going to go ahead and move out of the way our little coasters here that we just kind of cleaned off. I'll move them. These are just to hold them up so that they don't drip or get stuck to your surface that you're working on. I'm going to pour this out together here and we are going to get it going. So the first thing I want to do is select the paints. Actually, I've got 3 different color paints. White, this gold, and a black. And I'm going to mix these 3 with Flood, which is a pouring medium, and also with a little bit of glue. Now, I don't have any Elmers. I have Every Crafter's Delight, of course, E6000. Just a little bit. You don't need a whole lot of glue. This is to aid in drying. All right. One at a time. We'll put in the colors. All right, we've got some jet black. Boom, there we go. Gold is a tad bit harder to get out because the jar is so big, but let's go on and get some of that in here. Whew. All right. So now that we have our colors, I'm going to add a little bit of Flood, and I will probably go back through and add more of the paint colors just to make certain we have enough to cover all 4 of our coasters. We want these jars full, so going to have to add more paint. Definitely. Okay, and again, the Flood is a pouring medium. So now that they are added, I'm gonna go back and add more paint. Go ahead and start mixing. I have these little popsicle sticks and we will just mix them. And you've got to get a really good mix going here. So it's not mixed well enough. It's got to really be mixed. Wipe up with some baby wipes and keep this train rolling. Got to get these mixed really, really well. And if it's too thin, you can always add more paint. I am just making a mess here, it seems. Okay. Now we'll move on to the black, which this is going to be pretty good. Well, I can see that. If you don't trust yourself to be neat like myself, I am very messy. Just mix slow. Slow and steady wins the race here. But there we go. We've got a great black. It's a really nice color. Nice and mixed well. And then we'll mix this gold. You'll know it's mixed well enough when that color has really come through and there are no clumps. And again, if the color isn't dark enough for you, if you really just think you added too much flood or too much glue, you can always come back and add more of your paint. If you don't have flood, then you can use water. So we need 4 cups, we've got 4 tiles. Whenever you're doing something, you want everything to be uniform, you want to make certain that you do it all at the same time. So if you're working on, say, 6 tiles for a set of coasters, do all 6 at once. Don't do 4 and then come back and do 2 more. You just don't want that. So I'm going to start with my cups. And I apologize for that noise. That is the rhinestone machine back there working a design for me. So we're gonna start with this lovely gold. Keep it going. More gold. Keep it going. Gold. Gold. All right, and I kind of want to mix the colors. I don't want the gold and black to really just be stacked on top of each other too much, but then again, I don't want a whole lot of white. So I'm going to go white next. There we go. And you just want to pour directly on top in the middle if you can make it happen that way. There you go. I don't know if you guys can hear my doggy barking back there. He is not a happy camper, but okay. And we are just going to do that. And I don't want these two stacked too much together, but I do kind of want them stacked a little bit. So I'm going to go like this. There we go. I hope you guys can see and I'm not too much covering it up for you. Back to the white. And you can stack these any way you want. You don't have to follow my pattern at all. And I'm going to go back to the gold. This is such a pretty color. All right, a little bit more black here. Right in the center. Then I'm going to go back to the white. This is going to be all of our lovely white here. We're going to use it up in this last dripping pour. That is it. No more white. Which is cool because I really didn't want the white to take over anyway. So I'm going to come back to this gold. This is really the last bit of the gold. Boom there. Boom there. Boom there. And this is it. We are getting close to the fun. Trying to get every little scoop out I can. This is such a pretty gold. And the fun part about this is that it is super abstract. You just don't know how it's gonna come out, and it really doesn't matter. And so we're just gonna top it with a smidgen of black, just a smidgen. Boom, 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 boom. I sound like a commercial. All right, so we've got our 4 cups. They're done. And we'll start bringing back in our tiles. This is going to be fun. Okay. One more tile here. And our last tile. Awesome. And so I am going to try and move space here in this middle so I can show you guys exactly how it's gonna look, and then I'll pop a finished one off to the side. How's that? All right, are you ready? Here's the fun part. Now for this, you can do them any way you like. You can do a dirty pour, you can do a Dutch pour, you can do a however you feel like pouring pour. I really tend to like a Dutch pour. I believe that's what it's called. Don't quote me on that. But we're just gonna get to it. I'll just grab an extra one to start. Okay. Fun time. And here we go. I'm just going in a small circle as the paint is coming out. And we're getting it all out. All right, and so now you want to move it around this way and that way. Oh gosh, this is uber pretty. Look at that. And you never know how they're going to come out. I tell you what though, I really like this one. And that's done. We'll just put that over here to the side and try our hardest not to touch the bottom in the middle, but it happens. So, moving on. This one is now done. It's so pretty. Okay, we'll get to the next one. Put that back in the middle there. Grab this on the sides, and we'll continue. They're never gonna come out the same. You just kind of have to go with it. Again, I really like the way the pours look, so I'm going to go into that circular pouring pattern again. That's just my favorite. And out it comes. And so again, here we go. Tilt it every which way until it covers. Oh, this one looks like marble. Can you see that? That is just beautiful. My goodness. I like that. All right, and if a spot doesn't really get caught, all you have to do is take your little finger and dab it. You've got paint on there already. Just dab. Usually it's hard on the corners. Okay, I'm going to move this cup because we've got paint on it, and I'm trying not to get paint on the bottom where I did not tape off. So I'll just grab us another cup. There we go. And we've got another one to come through. That is just beautiful. As you see how it's starting to form these cells here. Cells are not my favorite, but they're really nice. Okay, moving on. I guess I'll try this one. Oh gosh, they're so pretty. Boom, we'll go over like this on this one. And I just like to do different things because again, you don't know how this is going to come out until it's done, right? So we've got that on and let's get to moving. Oh, wow. That's so nice. It's weird, right? Look at that little weird spot. Cool. We'll move this one off to where it's going to dry. Do you see it? That's so nice. So we'll move this one off to where it'll dry. And again, if there's a spot that's on the side that you missed, just dab your finger on it because you've already got paint on you, right? And boom, we're moving on. And again, I've got paint on the bottom. It's okay. We'll just grab another cup and keep it moving. These are uber nice. All right, last one, guys. And so this one, gosh, I really love that one. Looks like it's got a little rose on it. You can't see it, it's out of focus, out of frame, but it's beautiful. All right, this one, just going to try another little shape. Then I'll come and catch these outside corners here. All right, and here we go. Oh, awesome. It's so nice. Do you see it? Beautiful. Going to set it to the side here and catch those corners like I told you. And so we're just going to let these drip and dry. So come down on the sides, if you can see this, and just do this. You want to get all of that excess off. Even though we have it taped off, you don't want it to be when you pull your tape that it pulls up the paint from the sides. So you want to... Okay guys, and we are back. These are nice and dry, and I'm going to epoxy them just to kind of show you guys how that works, and then we'll come back again when the epoxy is dry, and I'll show you how we put the feet on them. And I'm so sorry for the background noise. My rhinestone machine is working up a storm right now. So I'm just gonna drip just a little bit of epoxy on each one. I'll probably do 2 coats just to make certain that it fills in all the cracks, the gaps, etc., and that it's all fully coated. Here we go. Okay, so now we are back. The epoxy is dried. I put a couple of coats on it, sanded it down, did another coat. I do have some drips at the bottom because I didn't have the opportunity to clean off the bottom of them on my last coat. I had to leave unexpectedly, but it's okay because I'll just go back with my Dremel and clean up these little edges here. But other than that, these are so pretty. I'm going to add some feet to them and then they'll be done. So I'm going to use these little things. If you have bigger ones, you can use the bigger ones. It just depends on how much lift you want for them to have. And so we'll just grab my favorite one, which is this one. It's so pretty. And you just put it in this little area right here. Boom. And then we'll do that on all 4 of the little corners. Sorry, pulling them off. Sometimes they take a bit to come off. It's like these little things. Okay. And then I will put this one right here. Press it down. Same here. Uh-oh. Here. And one more. Down in this corner. And boom. There you go.